Good morning students. In this session we are going to see how to manage your data using SQLIte in the Android Studio. Myself Dr. Shirisha, Associate Professor, Dept of CSE, MLR Institute of Technology. Managing data. So managing data means what? How to create, how to upload or how to edit it, how to delete, okay, how to update, okay. All this comes under managing. So SQLIte is a popular database management system used in the Android development for storing. So SQLIte is used to store the structured data in the form of rows and columns. This is structured data. Here is an overview. So first you have to creating a database. So how to create a database? You can create a database using SQLIte Open Helper class. SQLIte Open Helper. SQLIte Open Helper is used for creating a class, database. This provides a method for creating, upgrading, accessing the database. So it is used, this class provides a method for creating, upgrading and accessing the database. Creating means what? Create a database. Upgrading the database and accessing the database. In that database you need to create a table, etc. You can manage the table, you can store the values into the table, you can insert or you can delete the values like that. So creating a tables. Once you have created a database, you can create tables to store your data. You can use SQLIte database class. SQLIte Open Helper is used for creating a database. You can use SQLIte database to execute a SQL statements to create tables, insert or to perform any other database operations. So this is used for creating a database. This is used for this is for creating a database and this is for creating tables or execute the SQL statements and retrieve the data. Once your tables or your database is created, you have to retrieve the data. That retrieving data can be performed again using the SQL queries, again where we use the SQLIte database for executing the different queries, either for retrieving or for inserting or updating or deleting. So managing the data in terms of updating the data. So you can update again using update, delete, again all these are SQL queries only, right? So which class you have to use? SQLIte database only you have to use in all the three. Closing database, just close method is used again in the SQLIte database. Updating is to change the values and to update the data which has been stored by using a specific condition. So this update method is used. For delete method is used again in the same class, SQLIte database class. So this is about a few things. And here is an example that shows how to create a database, how to create a table and how to insert the data. So how to create a table. So what is that? Helper class we need, right? So my database helper class, database helper is object, my database helper context here passing. SQLIte database, some database name. So get writable database is a method which is been which this my data helper class is used to get a writable database where you can create a database. Get writable database is used for creating a database. Now you have created a database. Now after creation of database you need to create a table. How to create a table? Create table users. What is this? This is a table name. Table name. This is a SQL query. Create table name, ID and its type, the primary key. This one more parameter and its type. One more parameter, its type. So these are the parameters you are passing for your users table. What are the fields? One is the ID, name, age. DB. DB is nothing but the object that you have defined in the SQLIte database. DB.execute query means exec SQL means for execution of the query of this SQL query you are using exec SQL. Now content values, new content values. This is what to insert the data. Content values means what? You have a users table with the fields One is the ID, name, age. ID, name, age. So here the values have to be inserted. To insert these values, it has to extract the content. For that, you are taking this content values. Okay. Values dot put. Put means to write. So here say name ID, name John, age 30. That's the content you are putting. Putting means writing. Database insert, db.insert. Insert method is used to insert the values. So users null values. Okay, this is just a basic example of your SQLIte Android, and there are many other features also. So basically we are using how to create a database, how to create a table. So this is a basic code that you have to write. Then SQLIte is another data storage availability in the Android, where you can store the data in the user's device. In the user's device means any Android device, and can use it anytime when required. So creating SQLIte database in Android application, adding the data to that database, and we have discussed so far how to create a database and how to insert the data only. We can also perform different CRUD operations. CRUD means create, read, update and delete operations also in the SQLIte. Now what is SQLIte database? It's an open source database provided in the Android, which is used to store the data inside user's device in the form of text file. We can perform so many operations such as adding new data, updating, reading and deleting. All the CRUD operations can be made in the device. SQLIte is an offline database that is locally stored in the user's device. We do not have to create any connection to connect to this database, because if you see in the web technologies, we have discussed how to connect to the database. First, you need to connect it to the database, then only you can create a database, you can store the data into that databases. But it is not required here. Directly, your SQLIte is available in the Android, so that your tables or your data can be stored directly into your database using the SQLIte. All these CRUD operations can also be possible in the user's device. Now, how data is being stored in the SQLIte database? Okay, how data is stored? Data is stored in the form of tables, obviously, because we are why only tables is SQLIte is used for only structured data. Structured data means only in the form of rows and columns. That means what? Tables. When we store this data into our SQLIte database, it is arranged in the form of tables in the form of Excel sheet. So this is how the records are stored. Okay. So this is a table format where it is taking ID, course name, course duration and course tracks and course description. These are all being stored in the form of tables, and these are all records. How many records are there? 5 records are being stored. So all these values are being taken by using what? Content values. What are the headings that you are giving? How you are creating? You are using this SQL query. You are creating. Here we have created ID, name, age. So rather than giving ID, name, age, what you can give? You can give ID, course name, course duration, course tracks, course string descriptions by assigning its type, name and type of the attributes. Okay. So this is how this is called the structured data. So it is in the form of rows and columns. So this rows and columns together, we are calling it as a structured data, and for this structured data we are using what? SQLIte. Okay. So how to use a database? Orally I will show you in the anatomy. In the Android Studio. This is Android Studio. You will write some sort of code, and if you wanted to give one more for data, you can go to your application or to your Java file, go to new Java class. Then your new Java class can be created if you want multiple files of your Java. Okay. Now, once your code is ready, then where your SQLIte data is stored here means you can go to your device file explorer Okay, in the device file explorer, okay, you didn't run anything here. Let me show you. Okay, go to device file explorer. When you run your application using some emulator, then what will happen? Your device file explorer will show you different files that are there in your file system. Then whatever the data is there, that folder you need to go in there. In that data, in this file explorer, in the data, go to again data, and whatever the application you have run, so that applications is visible here. All that applications are visible here. Go to your particular application. This is what MyDB, right? Now you can go to com.example.mydb. This is the package, right? So you can go to that particular package. Okay, go to your files or go to your databases, and here these databases are being created. So in this way, whenever you develop any application, for that particular application, you will go to the device file explorer after running the application, and here you have to check within your data, within the data folder. So you will have multiple folders that are there in your file explorer. It will just explore all the files. So go to data. So in this data, again you will have subfolder called data. So go to sub data, and in this go to your package name. Okay, what is the package name? com.example.mydb. So go to that MyDB, and here in the databases you could find this MyDB. Now what you can do? You can just open this, or you can just save as. Okay, save as. Where you can save it is, you can just, okay, I'll put it in the desktop. Okay, in the C drive, MyDB. Okay, just click on OK. Okay, desktop. On the desktop, MyDB. Just click on OK. Yes, I want to replace. Okay, successfully downloaded the file. Now you can go to your desktop, and here you have a file MyDB. So this MyDB file can be opened. Say I'm just using a notepad. Okay, sorry. MyDB is downloaded. So this MyDB can be viewed by using a SQLIte database, and you can make it visible. Or you can also go to the browser and go to google.com. Okay, here you can give view SQL database online. Then you will get a SQLIte viewer. So system is very slow. Just go to SQLIte viewer app. So open the file, just click on open file. So what is the file that we have stored? MyDB, right? Go to the desktop, MyDB. This is a SQLIte file, okay? Just click on open. Okay, so this is the file that is having a table student. So click on the student table. So this is the folder that is having these records. Okay, so by using this you can do, or otherwise if you have SQLIte in your downloaded, you can just open it and check it. So this is where a database can be written, a program can be written and it can be executed. Hope you all understood. Thank you all.